Yaga, Shia, it's not looking good, bro. If you got PR, they would advise you take down that video. That's not a good look for you, bro. Basically, that whole thing, the man is a narcopath. The interview, many points I could go through now. I should make many different parts to talk about it, but there's so many telltale signs to give away that this man, he's a narcopath, man, and he's a malignant one. He's the type of one where the grandiose, a lot of them can have that in there where they're the life of the party. He's very funny, charismatic, he's funny, he has good taste, it seems, when he talks about artistry, and he's talking about, there's times in there talking about music and how he sort of comes up with certain phrases. He's quite funny as well, and he's entertaining. It's enjoyable to watch him, like, to be around us. And I had many friends like this, so-called artists, so-called people that were in music, where we'd go out and we'd just drink all night. And I used to think, what is it about these people? Why is it they never get drunk? They never get really wasted. You know, there's all kinds of things, all kinds of substances. But literally, these people are already in. They live in a perpetual state of hell, basically. And they're trying to escape it by numbing themselves. And they never get numb enough. It's basically supply. And there was points in the interview where he was, you know, the interviewer would give him grace and change the subject, or they'll be talking about his ex, FKA Twigs, and he'd be like, oh, that's a good girl right there. Or he was talking about his ex-wife, and he was like, that's a good woman, she was good to me, she did this, she did that. And you can just tell that he's someone that, these are all just words. There's nothing behind them words, there's no feeling, there's no, obviously these characters haven't got any empathy, they're psychopaths, sociopaths. But he's like really like suffering. He even says it in himself in the interview where he goes, he's got the little man syndrome. And that's basically what the foundation is of narcissism. And I watched a young psychologist do a kind of talk about his interview, and not once did she mention narcissism. And that's why I stopped going to therapy. A lot of these therapists, they're not well. Many therapists are narcopaths. What do you call it? She was talking about herself going to therapy. They are functioning narcopaths. He got arrested during the Mardi Gras, and after he got arrested and he got freed, he went straight back into the mess. Now, watching that Mardi Gras on TV, it looks like something that needs to be on my to-do list. It looks fun, you know, having the dance with the music and all the bands and everything. But the fact that he got arrested, anybody else would self-reflect. They'll think, okay, I'll call it a day. Maybe if he was going straight onto a movie set, and maybe that could be it, and then he had to just go and just have that last hurrah, that last bit of partying. But to get arrested and then to go in the cell and then get released, and you go straight back to the party, is suspect. To me, it's a telltale. I think with him, yeah, there's no level of accountability. It's not much. Even though there's times when he's saying, oh, it's my fault, and it's my fault, this is my fault. There was times where he wasn't really taking accountability, and he was saying some stuff. Well, I want to kind of give him a little bit of grace where he was talking about clout chasing, because I've had that happen. When you're someone and you do something that you might be in the public eye, people come around and they want a reaction out of you. They want you to, it's obviously reactive abuse, but they want you to, is it better to go around? I want to go through, there's a party going on there. They want you to, they want to get a rise out of you. And I think that's what he was saying. He said he was surrounded by three guys, three big, big homosexual guys. The guy, man, he just kept saying things. I don't think he even know, but these people, they're unaware. Because narcopaths, they don't stick to one sexuality. These people, they're pansexuals, polysexuals, you know, many boyfriends and girlfriends, supply sources left, right and center, primary, secondary, tertiary supply sources, juggling. I'm having a divorce right now. Oh, I'm having another girlfriend right now. Oh, I'm cheating on this person, cheating on that person. If there's no evidence, it never happened. That's basically how these people think. But yeah, we can do a deep dive and do parts about this, and I can go through the points. But if you want to look at a case study like HG Tudor does on his channel, he's looking at celebrities who have this psychopathy. This interview is very much a good starting point. The way he sort of just gets up and changes the subject, and the interview, I actually kind of had a kinship with him, like when he was talking about music and how a lot of black artists don't get the praise they should be getting. I felt that he looks at things in a very esoteric way, and can be someone that could be interested, and he's also someone that can is happy to listen and take the back seat just to get the interview out. So respect to that guy. But yeah, that guy, man, there were stories about him putting makeup on his private parts when he was suffering from STIs, and he was spreading it and saying stuff to physically abuse people and all this stuff that Shia was doing. And I guess one way would be to take blame, but he's kind of taking blame and then kind of like putting one foot in, one foot out, and take most of what she said. He's sort of just giving it kind of space for interpretation, if you know what I mean. Yeah, very, very manic interview. He was talking about having alcohol, and he was like, do I really want this alcohol right now? Yeah, so very, very manic. Definitely worth a watch. But check it out, and then I'll do another thing on here. All right, peace.